Alright, so I moved into the kitchen area. I'm going to try lighting this thing and see if it actually works. So just to be safe, I do have the fire extinguisher next to me. So what I'm planning on doing is lighting this thing, and then I'll see if I could boil this 2 cups of water using my Snow Peak titanium pot. So I didn't bring the fire steel or anything, but I have some matches. So let's see if this thing actually goes. Nope. Seems like it wants to, but not exactly. If this doesn't end up working, I'll get some real fuel for it. Oops. Last one. Alright, so that failed miserably, which I guess was kind of fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the gas station or something and get some real fuel that'll hopefully work for this test. So I guess that Maker's Mark, I guess I could still use it though, right? Go back in the bottle. So let's do take 2 on this. Alright, so I just did a little bit of research online on fuels not to use, and one of them listed was vodka and whiskey. So unless you have Everclear, I don't think that that's going to be the best route, so that was an epic fail. So what I did is I went to the gas station and I bought something that is recommended, which is called a Heat, which is a gas line antifreeze and water remover. So I'm going to give this a shot. I took apart my penny stove. I probably should have had it on film because I totally spilt whiskey all over me, so I had to take off the shirt on that. So this is my first shirtless video. So, because I'm actually absolutely reeking of whiskey right now. So let me open this up and try it out. Benchmade Griptilian knife. So I'm just going to pour it in directly so I don't have to worry about it. Alright, I'll try that. Okay. Doesn't look that level. And I think ideally what I'd like to have is to have something that to raise this off of the pot so it's not directly on the flame. But since I didn't do that for this, maybe for a future video I'll do that. So let's see. Take my penny, cover the hole. I'm going to put a little bit up on top here. Oops, it's more than what I wanted, but hopefully some of it drains in there. Now, I'm a little worried about this because I keep seeing fuel go out on the bottom here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. So, slightly worried about that, but I do have the fire extinguisher ready. So, and since I ran out of matches, I had to dip into the Urban Altoids survival tin and get the big mini Bic lighter out of there. Yeah, so, I mean, that's all. Looks like alcohol, or it looks like that heat, which I don't really like. So I'm hoping I don't burn down the house. And you can see there's a lot more coming out. This may be a slightly irresponsible video to do. Anyway, I'll try it out. Okay, yeah, so it was burning, I just couldn't see it. I don't know if you could see it with the flame. I'll try to zoom in. This camera sucks for zooming, but... Alright, so from what I've seen on my research is that it should start coming out of the holes here. So I'll wait a little bit on the camera and see if that actually happens. I'm not feeling any heat out of there. This might be another epic fail. Alright, so I'll just burn the outside of it. Well, it's definitely burning better than the Maker's Mark. Now, a lot of guys, I've seen them do videos where they're doing this and they have a sealant that, you know, so nothing escapes through there, so maybe that's what would be the desired thing to do. But it looks like now you can see it coming out of those holes, which is what it's supposed to do, so I'm hoping that all this kind of burns off that's on the stove here. Alright. And it's moving on me. Alright, so while that's doing that, I'm going to put some water into my titanium cup. So this is two cups worth. Now I guess I could put it right on there, although I should have it, I think, elevated. But screw it, I'll just do it. So I'm going to want to have some gloves when I take that off. So I'm going to let this sit here and boil for a little bit, and then I'll stop the video and come back. So it's the penny stove at work. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes, and the water is now up to a boil. As you can see, and hopefully you can see this in the video, but the flames are coming out of the top like they're supposed to, but it looks like I'm also having some flames coming out of the bottom here where I did the crimping, so that's something I'd want to improve on in a future video. Also, what I'm also thinking of doing is it'd be nice to elevate this mug away from directly, so it's not directly on the flame, and to do that I think next time I'd probably try to use a coat hanger and my bolt cutting tools for that. But for this first attempt I think it's okay. Definitely, you know, you're going to want to have like Everclear and not Maker's Mark if you're going to do it with alcohol. But the heat seemed to work fairly well for this test. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is kind of again an idea I got from thehomelessforums.org. Something that homeless people have been known to use for a stove. It's a little different than the hobo stove then. So this is called the penny stove. If any of you guys have made a penny stove before and have some suggestions on how I can improve mine, I'd be curious to hear it as always. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I have a lot more homeless videos to make, so urban street survival, so stuff that I'm trying to learn from the homeless people. I know a few of you have asked me that, oh, you should spend 2 weeks and live homeless, and I talked to my wife about that, and that got vetoed fairly quickly, so I'm going to have to do mine a little bit from afar, but I do have some ideas on how I could get a little bit closer interaction with some of the homeless people and try to learn some of the skills that they have, so I might be able to integrate those back into my bug out bag, or my bug out planning and my prepping. So some of that might be just volunteering at a soup kitchen and having some interaction with some, and maybe being able to ask some questions. But anyway, those are for future videos. I hope you enjoyed this one. Again, it's the penny stove. Please feel free to leave comments, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun to do, so talk to you later.